Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Live, Thursday, April 10th, 2025. Let's talk about my education. There were some significant impacts on my education that had to do with my father. A lot of you said you're a very ungrateful person. Your father sent you to school abroad, and you're now saying all this. Others said your father stole money and sent you abroad. Why are you ranting? Well, the fact is that my father did not send me to America. He sent me to the UK. I haven't spoken to my dad since 2021. And before that, 2019, when I left Ibadan, sad and angry. In the 2021 call, my father felt he should give me a call after 2 or 3 years that they hadn't heard from me. When he called me, he asked me where I was. I said, I live in Lagos. I'm working. I'm doing whatever I have to do. At the end of the day, I still maintain my distance from him because he never helped me. He never empowered me. He never got me any other jobs he promised he would get me. But he was always tapping into my energy. Every time my father succeeds in something, I fail. Whatever it was spiritual. I don't understand. But I know my father's long record of using charms. I don't know whether the charms were in his body, in his voice, but after that phone call, everything I wanted to do fell apart. I've told you that in many videos. In this particular phone call, I told him I was on a live Twitter space and that, can I call him back? And he wanted to tell me something quick. And you figure, he said he wasn't feeling well. And I just said, Daddy, I'm on the phone with Nigerians. Why did I put you on the phone and talk about my education? Because we get this question all the time. He said, okay. Dad had no idea how many people were listening to that space, 367,000. You all need to go and listen to it. Could you tell Nigerians who sent me to school in America? This is what my father said. I didn't send you to school in America. You went yourself, and we didn't know you were going to America. When school ended in 1982, you were all told to find universities you want to go to. Your sister Yemi went to University of East Anglia. She applied and she got an admission. Your sister Funke came back to Nigeria. She wanted to go to Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria. And you went to the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy. You took the exams, you passed, and you took us all to America. That's what my dad said. I was the first female in my family to go to America. My cousins had already gone to school, males. My Uncle Femi, MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, one of the best schools in the world. Uncle Femi died in 1983 before my dad became governor. I wonder what it could have been today in technology. And then my uncle Shegun Olunloyo, the one that taught at Unilag, Professor V.O.S. Olunloyo, Vincent Olusegun Showemimo, who actually mimicked my dad's same initial, Victor Mololu Showemimo. Uncle Shegun Olunloyo, the late Uncle Shegun Olunloyo, went to Cornell University in New York. So both my uncles went to Ivy League University. Ivy Leagues are top universities in America. You can Google that, Ivy League. So, I was accepted in 14 schools. I was accepted at Harvard Medical School, another top school. I was accepted at Philadelphia College of Pharmacy and Science, North America's oldest pharmacy school. When the Canadians had no school, they came to America for pharmacy school. I was accepted at Michigan State University for biochemistry. I was accepted at University of Southern California in Los Angeles, 14 total, and I narrowed it down to 3. I dropped Harvard Medical School off the list. I decided I didn't want to go to medical school, but I didn't know the real impact of Harvard. I would have gone there just to say I was a Harvard graduate one day. But I really wanted to do pharmacy because I loved pharmacy for the fact that I was bullied a lot as a child, and I always fought a lot. I always got revenge. I always beat people up. And the bullying book, I had an exercise book just to mark the names of the people that bullied me and when I was going to bully them back. That exercise book is over there in my suitcase. I have shots of it and you will laugh. So they used to send me to UCH Ibadan to go and work with my aunt in the summer, Mrs. Akeyemi, the late Mrs. Akeyemi, director of pharmacy, and the owner of Malkin Supermarket Pharmacy. So I would go there and I'll work with my aunt. I'll be the clerk, dispensing drugs, ringing people out, everything at the hospital pharmacy, the first hospital, teaching hospital in Nigeria, UCH. I fell in love with pharmacy, so I chose two schools, narrowed down to the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy and USC, University of Southern California. USC had this great weather. Then I started looking at the weather. Always warm in California. In Philadelphia College of Pharmacy, very cold in the winter when winter comes. So I learned about the East Coast and the West Coast. Nobody taught me this stuff, and I feel that every one of you can do the same. I simply went to Education USA. I was a student in Oxford, A-levels, HSC that my father sent me to. He said that. He said, I only sent you for HSC, the A-levels. I would go to the library and research Education USA, all the books there, all the universities. Education at USA is right there in Lagos. And a lot of people don't know. You can go to the U.S. Embassy anytime. Okay, find their hours, look them up, Education USA in Lagos. Okay, Google it. Go to the embassy website in Lagos. It's an ACS, American Citizen Services section, the other side where you get your visas. You go in there one day, sit down with a counselor. It's free. There are no career counselors in Nigeria. When you study education, it's starting to look like an advert now, but when you study Education USA, you can see all the universities in America, every single one, how much they charge, which ones are giving you scholarships, which ones, Nigerians are good. My SATs was perfect, 1600. I'm one out of two Nigerians that have the perfect score. The way they taught us in Nigeria, math, English, the SATs was so easy for me. And TOEFL, test of English for a foreign language, I passed that one. I had two perfect scores. That's why all these big universities accepted me, Harvard College of Medicine. At the end of the day, my dream is still to go to Harvard. Even at 61, I want to go to Harvard Law School. I want to be an attorney one day. I still have dreams. I want to represent people. I don't know when or where, but I want to go to Harvard Law School one day. A lot of my dreams were shattered when I came to Nigeria because of my dad and what he portrayed and lied. But at the end of the day, I ended up at the oldest school in America. I looked at so many things about the history of the school being the oldest. The alumni were famous names on our drugs. Roche, the Roche family from France. They had two there. Eli Lilly, the whole Lilly family went to my school. The people that make the diabetic injections and all. The Ingelheim family, if you know the pharmaceutical company, Boehringer Ingelheim, you know? I've talked about Roche, right? And then we have the Glaxo family, the American family, the Glaxos, just all these, the German, Ingelheim was German. They all came to America to study pharmacy, just like me. And then I said, I'm going to this school. I had a challenge in the university in my second year when some chemicals poured on my face. I did that video already. And it was the fault of a professor. School settled out of court. I got a scholarship to go there. And the program was 5 to 6 years in pharmacy. And what hurt me most is what I will tell you in this next video. I graduated in 1988-89. I was class of 88, but I finished a little bit late because I got pregnant for Babs Ogwade. I'm now 61 almost. Babs going to be almost 69. The one that impregnated me that never accepted my child. That's a different video. But I raised a baby in pharmacy school. I went to school with my son, my autistic son, who's now 38. I worked hard and I still graduated first class in pharmacy. The next video will tell you what my dad did that really hurt me in my education.